Previously on, my boyfriend cheated on me with a boy.
I've been very rough for him. He was down on his luck. I paid for him to come out to me. We had to relocate. We rented a room together in another state and we were starting on our own. I was literally paying all of the bills by myself. Like, he's not working. He's not looking for jobs, nothing. Because I need to know who he's talking to in the middle of the night while I'm asleep. When I looked through the phone, he was talking to Max. And you want to cheat on me with the next man. He getting up like he want to put his hands on me. And all of a sudden, something in him snaps. He literally just swings with all of his might, swing at me and punch me in my face. He starts crying like, please help me. Please call the ambulance. Please, please. All right, y'all, part 2. You asked for it, so I'm giving it to you, okay? Now, if you haven't seen part 1, feel free to go ahead and click that up above. I will also put the link in the description box and it's pinned in the comments. So go ahead and check out part 1 before you get on this one because there's a lot of tea and it's piping hot. I need you to be able to follow along with me because this story is crazy, y'all. All right. Now, when I went to work, y'all, I was so stressed. I'm not even going to sit here and tell you no lie. I was so stressed. I was just thinking like, how am I going to get out of this situation? Like, he really did all of this damage to me. I was just beyond stressed. My credit was messed up. He cheated. He tried to put his hands on me. I need to get my own place. I need to get out of here. And I just was in a financial bond. I couldn't leave. So when I came home, he basically was back on the computer first and foremost. He put the computer back together and got back on it. I don't know why. I can't to this day tell you why. And did I have it in me to argue with him? No, I didn't. I was exhausted, mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted. I just wanted to lay down in a bed and I was giving him the coldest shoulder for a couple of days. He did everything he possibly could to try to get my attention and I just was not talking to him because he's not worth my time. He kept trying at it, kept trying at it, kept trying at it. I finally just gave him, was like, what do you want, yo? Like, what's up? He was just like, I'm going to try to fix this. I'm sorry, this, that, and the third. I'm going to get a job. I'm going to do better. I'm going to take your advice. Because I did give him advice in the past, telling him that being how he's on the computer so much, he might as well get a work from home job. But now he finally wants to take my advice. He's very manipulative, y'all. But stay tuned. Watch this. He basically was just saying all the stuff that I want to hear. But in my mind, I was already checked out. I'm good. But he just kept working at it, little by little. Now, I need you guys to understand, before you sit here and tell me what you would have done, look at what was presented in front of me, okay? Look at what was presented. I had no money to go anywhere, and I'm in a state where I don't know anyone. So I was pretty much trapped. At this point, we are now roommates, and I need him to pick up the slack because I'm tired, and I've been working a lot, and I have no free time to myself. So would you have let him use the computer knowing that you can't give it back and knowing that the damage is already done and it's not going to happen overnight, the repairs to your credit? Yes, you would. So I did that. All right. Don't judge. He decides that he's going to keep working towards that and he actually finds something. With this came confidence. He was feeling himself, y'all. Like, he was feeling himself. He got himself a little job now. So he was starting to think he was hot stuff. And for a moment, I let him have that because you're finally holding up your end as a living partner. And I'm okay with that because I'm really trying to just stop working as much and focus on getting the hell out of here. But I didn't realize he was feeling himself to the point where he started acting stupid. Okay, he keeps saying like, look, I got a job now, so like I can get you back, like I'm gonna work and get you back, like, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, because what am I gonna do with that? You apologizing and telling me you're gonna get me back, and what am I gonna do with that? I don't need it. I'm sorry. I need change behavior. I need improvements. Okay, the damage is too far gone. So days go by. I'm at work one day. And I decide to come home early because Mother Nature blessed me with the gift she blesses me with every month. I'm not trying to be at work. I want to go home. So I decide to leave. My job lets me leave. And as I'm walking into the house and going up the stairs to my room, I hear Goofy talking. Now, Goofy is laughing and kikiing. And something in me was just still trying to see what he does when I'm not home. So before I open the door, I start ear hustling. I need to know what's going on. What's he so happy about? Because right now we're not in a good situation. So I'm trying to figure out what's making him feel like he's over the moon right now. As I'm hearing him talk, I begin to hear him flirting, and it sounds like it's a girl on the other end. But it wasn't the flirting that upset me, y'all. It wasn't the flirting that upset me, really, because I don't want him anymore. It was more of the fact that as he was flirting, he was talking to the girl and flexing for the girl. Everything that we have, everything that I've been fighting to maintain, he was flexing like it was all his work. It's like you got it like that when you're really broke. So instantly I'm like, oh nah. Boom! I bust in the door. What are you doing? When I bust in the door, y'all, I see him in my bed and he is naked on FaceTime with this girl. Naked on FaceTime, yes. And instantly in my head, I'm just like, I'm so done. Like, I'm so tired of him. I'm just so done with him. I need him to go. Like, I gotta go. I tried to get mad, but I just didn't have it in me. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing now? What is this? What is this? Like, what are you doing? Get up. He starts scrambling. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? It's not, what am I doing here? I live here. What are you doing? Like, why can't you just get it together ever? And why are you in my face every day trying to tell me that you're going to win me back when you're doing stuff like this? When you're doing all of this, like, why are you doing that? What is the point? Like, you're sick, bro. We start arguing again. And I just was like, you know what? I've had enough. I need a vacation. I need to be away. Like, the whole time this was going on, my friends were telling me, like, you need to get away from him just for a little bit so you can just clear your head. I usually be like, nah, I'm not a quitter. I'm not a runner. But in that moment, I just wanted to just get away. I wanted to be somewhere around people that care about me and love me and cherish me. I just wanted to be surrounded by positive energy because I felt like I was losing my mind. My friends had already been planning a trip. They were all going to go to New Orleans and they told me to come. Finally, I take it upon myself and say, yes, I'm coming. I put in for my job. I'm leaving for 2 weeks. Bust my ass and do so much overtime so that I could have some pocket change. And I take off to New Orleans. Okay? I was out there for 2 weeks. I was staying by my friend's house. We all were linked up at my friend's house. For the first couple days, it was hard because when I first got out there, he and I were still arguing back and forth. And I was like, let me stop arguing with this man. I'm going to be here for a whole 2 weeks. Like, I need to enjoy my time out here. When we would go out, y'all, you could tell I haven't gotten none in mad long. I thought I was locked up for 20 years. I thought I did a 20-year bid. Because when I see these men, baby, when I seen these people out here in New Orleans, they look so good. All right? I'm sitting here with my tongue, I just fiending. They look so good, y'all. I'm like, oh yeah. I need to go get me something out here because they looking, ooh, num, 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 delicioso. One day, I go in and I'm just double checking on my account to make sure that I'm where I'm at financially because I was swiping a little bit, but I had to make sure that I didn't overspend over my budget so I can balance myself out because I didn't have a lot of money. I did everything last minute, but I did have enough money to stay afloat if I rationed it out right. So when I go into the bank account, I see that more money's missing than I actually spent. So I'm like, oh my God, what's going on now? I start going through the bank account and I'm seeing that he's making transactions. He's buying game accessories and games, and he's sending money to people, names I've never seen before, like with my banking information. None of the money in the bank account belonged to him. That was all of my money. And he literally hasn't even gotten paid yet. And he's burning through my money, knowing that I'm on vacation. Yo, when I tell you that I bought him enough groceries to last him for 2 weeks, I cooked a week's worth, meal prepped a week's worth of food for him. I took care of everything. So all he needed to really do was exist for 2 weeks, which shouldn't be so hard. But yet you find it in yourself to burn through my money. I was not even thinking about the fact that he had access to my bank accounts. I was not thinking about that. I just needed to get away. So he started dipping and picking at my money and leaving me almost broke if I would have let him keep going. I asked my friend, can you hold my money in your bank account? I sent all of my money to his bank account and left this man with only $20. Because since you want to act like a child, and since you want to play games with me, I'm going to give you an allowance. When I tell you he was taking the money and sending money to females, like, why are you're trying to flex and do all of this with my money? Stop playing with me, like, because now I'm really about to hurt you. And I was so stressed during the vacation, again, like arguing back and forth with him. He's calling me out of my name. He's telling me I'm an idiot, I'm vindictive, I'm nothing. He's literally dragging me down and tearing me down, talking to me out of turn, like I was nothing to him. I'm on a whole vacation and I still feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't escape it. So I cut off everything. I blocked him off of everything. And I was just like, for this last week, I'm just going to focus on my friends. I'm going to focus on something else. I take my behind on Tinder. I need to be around somebody that is truly attracted to me because I'm frustrated. Okay? I need some play. And I need it ASAP. All right? I need somebody who's going to dust the cobwebs off this thing. Because she hasn't been put to use in a long time. I'm single again. I'm back on the pride. Hey, I thought it was Hello. I needed to get something. Give me something. Baby, come give me something. Oh, ooh, yeah, please. I went on Tinder and the men's, baby. I don't think I swiped left my whole time being on there because I was feeling so bad that everybody was starting to look good. But I'm like, swipe. Yeah, swipe. The people in New Orleans look good. Shout out to New Orleans, okay? Shout out to Louisiana. Those people out there look so good. Shout out to Louisiana, baby. I ended up matching with this boy from Baton Rouge, and he was very cute. He was shorter than me, but you know, as a 6-foot female, I have come to terms that sometimes you're going to run across people that are shorter than you, and I do not discriminate just because you're shorter than me. So he was about like 5'9". He had hazel eyes, low cut, nice smile, very good looking, okay? And he came to me on a different angle. Like, people was matching with me, but they wasn't really talking about nothing. I need you to be able to say something that makes you stand out from the rest. He made me laugh. I was like, yeah, let me give this boy a chance because he just might get it tonight. So he asked me if he could take me out. And I told him I'm out here with my friends and stuff like that. And he was like, okay, I don't mind. I will make that drive. Now, for those of y'all that don't know, like Baton Rouge and New Orleans are like an hour and some change apart. So he like was willing to drive that whole distance just to come see me. I don't know what it was. I don't know if he thought I was good looking or what. He wanted to take that drive and I wasn't opposed. And he picked me up. He took me out on a little date. He took me out for a nice little walk by the water. It was nighttime and the fish was jumping out the water. You could see the stars, you know, and I don't get to see the stars much. So that you could see the stars and all that cute stuff. I was like, oh my goodness, sweetheart, you went above and beyond. I was going to drop it on you regardless, but you went above and beyond. You don't even know what I'm about to do to you. But just because you added a little bit more on it, I'm going to put a little bit more effort for you when I drop this on you. Long story short, I give him some play, all right? And he keeps coming back as many times as he can. I think he came back like every day. And then I told him like, I'm about to go back home soon. I don't live out here. And he was like, I would really like to keep in contact with you when you go back. And I said, okay, that's fine. But if you're looking for more, just know that I got a little situation back at home. So he was like, that don't really bother me. I just want to keep in contact with you. I think you're cool. Now, when I go back home, I asked my ex if he could come pick me up because I need somebody who's going to be able to bring my car to me so I can drive my car back. And he was like, okay. Now, when he came to pick me up, y'all, it's like, as soon as I got in the car with him, all the drama just came right on back. When I turned around to take a look at my car, it is so dirty, it makes no sense. Now, my car has never been this dirty. It was covered in fast food wrappers. It stunk like old food. And there was a car seat in the back. I wish I could tell you I'm making this up. I really do. I really wish I could tell you I'm making this up, but I'm not. There was a whole car seat in the back. So I turned to him and said, "Who did you have in my car?" He's like, "What are you talking about? I don't have." I said, "Where did that car seat come from? Because I don't have no child. And why is the car so dirty? What were you doing?" And he was like, "I wasn't doing nothing. I didn't even drive your car." Da, da, da. Like, are you really gonna sit here and look me in my face and tell me a lie? How can you try and like lie about this? How can you lie about this? This is insane to me. The car is dirty. You have a car seat back here. You was playing stepdaddy with somebody. Who was you driving around? Like, we start arguing the whole ride home, yo. And then I get home, I don't even want to be bothered with him. Like, I got some play there. So I got a whole new attitude. I'm off him. I told him he can't stay in the bed with me no more. He's going to have to sleep in the other room on the floor. I pay for all of this, so you can't be around me. I'm good off you. Like, I'm done. So then he was like, "What do you mean?" I said exactly what I said. "You're going over there, sleep over there in the walk-in closet, and sleep on the floor." Yep. Stay in there. So he was like, "You can't do this to me." Actually, yes, I can, because this is all me right here. You got to go. I don't want to sleep in the bed with you no more. Okay? You got to go. And he was just like, wow, ooh, huffing and puffing. You know what he did? He got up on that floor and went to sleep though. So later on that day, one of my roommates reached out to me and they tell me they need to talk to me. So I'm like, "What's going on? Like, what's up?" So they were telling me that they have some concerns because while I was away, the police came and they were looking for Goofy. So I said, "What do you mean? What do you mean the police came and were looking for Goofy?" He was like, "Yeah, they were looking for him. Apparently something happened with your car." It seemed like there was a lot of activity going on with my car from what I can see. And now they're telling me that something happened with my car. So now I need to put two and two together. I need to figure out, and maybe they can fill in the blanks for me because something's going on here again that I don't know about. So they were telling me, "Oh yeah, I guess something happened with him and he got like a ticket or whatever." So I'm like, "He got a ticket? Like what?" Something like that happened, but the police came looking for him. So I said, "Okay, well, I'm going to go see what's going on, but hopefully everything should be fine." Because, I'm trying to ease their nerves because I don't want to get kicked out. I can't afford to be homeless with this man. It would be crazy if I took him off the streets and ended up on the streets with him. I'm not letting that happen. So then I go upstairs and I go into the room because I need to find this ticket that they're talking about because now I need to understand what's going on. Like, I'm trying to look through without alarming him because he's kind of on the computer and I'm just looking around. And then I find the ticket tucked away amongst the paperwork that we have. He got a speeding ticket in my car and but it didn't make sense as to why the police would be looking for him. I take this piece of paper and I walk up to him like, "What is this? Like, why am I just now finding out that you have a speeding ticket? Like, why am I just now finding out that the police were looking for you?" He was like, "The police were looking for me because I had a suspended license and I gave them inaccurate information because I refused to show them my license and they came looking for me and all this stuff like that." I'm stressed out again because the whole time, y'all, remember I said that we've been sharing my car and the whole time he had a suspended license, refused to show the officer his license. The only thing I'm concerned about is the fact that you're driving around with a suspended license in my vehicle. Like, that's a big issue for me because I don't need any more problems than I already have because you're a big enough problem already. So do not tie anything that belongs to me in any more of your drama. So I start tripping. Like, I'm livid. So we start arguing and it gets crazy. Now, I told y'all he was staying in the closet. He can't sleep in my bed no more. He's going to have to sleep in the walk-in closet. But when I say the walk-in closet was as big as a bedroom, it was huge. I had my little Baton Rouge boo. I still kept in contact with him and everything like that. We used to talk like almost every day. One day I was on video chat with him and I fell asleep while we were on video chat. And he was still up, I guess. I woke up to messages from him saying, "Oh, somebody's standing over you while you're sleeping. And who is that? There's somebody in the house with you. Is that him? Why is he standing over you like that?" All that stuff. So I reach out to him and I call him. I'm like, what are you talking about? What were you talking about? And he was telling me like, yo, he's mad creepy. Like he was standing over you, watching you while you were asleep, like just looking over at your body. Like you need to be careful with him. I think you need to get out of there immediately. So the next night I decide, oh nah, I'm going to have to see this for myself, because if this is really what he's doing, I definitely need to get up out of here much faster. I don't care where I go. I pretend like I'm sleeping. And then like later on in the night, I hear him shuffling and moving around like he's coming into the room where I'm at. And as I hear him moving around, I hear like a kind of like clunk, like somebody leaning their body up against the wall. I jump up and turn around. Y'all, when I tell you he was leaned up against the wall staring at me over my body for real, like he wanted to kill me. And he didn't expect me to jump up and turn around. Like he was just like, oh, what are you doing up? What are you doing? He trying to come up with an excuse as to why he was in the room. I'm like, no, what are you doing? Like, why are you in here? And he was just like, oh, I needed something. What do you need? Because everything is over there. So what do you need in here? Because I'm not understanding. Like, y'all, I think that he was really contemplating hurting me. Like, he was getting to that point where he was fed up with me. And he was saying stuff like, I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing no more. I just need you to know that I can't keep living like this. You're not going to keep having me sleeping on the floor. Bugs is biting me up and da 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 da. Now, y'all, I'm going to show you what type of man I was living with. All right? Because he's saying stuff like Bugs is biting him up and all types of stuff because he was sleeping on the floor and blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to need y'all to understand. I'm going to show you some photos, okay, of how he had the living situation and how dirty it was living with him when I moved him into the other room. Because y'all, I stopped cleaning up after him. And once I stopped cleaning up after him, this happened. Now I ask you, would you want somebody that messy, that dirty, living in your space? All right. Would you want to keep cleaning up after somebody like that? Comment down below and let me know. Would you continue on with somebody like that? Like, I needed a wake-up call and I realized I can't live like this. And I feel it in my spirit. Like, he's feeling away to the point where he might break and try to hurt me again. I told myself enough is enough. By tomorrow, I'm leaving. So when he went out to the store with one of my roommates, I grabbed everything I could and I put everything in my car and I got the fuck, okay? I'm not doing this anymore because at this rate, I feel like he's going to try to kill me. I was gone. I got in my car and I drove off and I left. Like, I grabbed everything I could. So I told my landlord that I can't do this anymore. I got to leave and stuff like that. I'm going to be with my family. He was like, well, based off of what I'm hearing, it sounds like you need to stay where you're at because you were in the wrong and this, that, and the third. All types of stuff. He was just, I don't know what Goofy told him, but he gave him a whole sob story because like I told you in the first time, they were cool like that. So he gave him a whole sob story about how I did this, how I caused the damage, all of this stuff. Like he said it was all me. And I was just literally like, how can you believe that? I'm the one that's been working. I'm never home. But he chose him over me. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Can you please just pack my stuff for me because I don't feel comfortable? Y'all, I even tried to get the authorities involved. They wouldn't help me. I asked for help from the authorities. They wouldn't even help me. Like, they just was just lost. Like, they were of no use to me. So I asked my landlord, can you please pack my stuff and give me my stuff so I can get out of there? I don't want to be there anymore. And then he said, okay, he'll pack it. He later on proceeds to tell me that he left my ex the responsibility of packing my stuff and leaving it in the garage. And I literally said, why would you let him pack my stuff up? Because now I feel like my stuff is going to be damaged. He was like, no, I don't think he would do something like that. You don't know how he is, all right? He's not all the way right, okay? I don't think you understand. I go to the house and I tell him I'm not coming in. So whatever's in the garage, leave it in the garage. I don't want to make contact with anybody. I just want to grab my stuff and go. The authorities wouldn't help me. I got to do it myself. So when I grabbed my stuff, I was so nervous. I didn't even check anything. I just grabbed whatever was there and I threw it in my car and went to my sister's house. I did not check. I just wanted to be out of there. I didn't even want to run into him. When I finally get to my sister's house and I start to look through the things, this man is so petty, y'all. He took some of my clothes. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm kind of like a tomboyish a little bit. So I have guys' clothes and I have girls' clothes. And he took my guys' clothes, gave me one shoe out of all of my pairs of shoes. And like some of the stuff was broken or ripped. Like he damaged my stuff. All of this stuff can be replaced. Like God got me. All of this stuff can be replaced. I just need to steer clear of him. When I grabbed my stuff, I did take the computer. So he had no computer. So I really believe that what he was doing was out of spite. From there, I stayed with my sister until I was able to get back on my feet. It was a very rough time for me. Now, before any of you come in and start judging me for any of the decisions I made, please understand this. I'm a very kind person. I'm a very genuine person. I'm a loving person, okay? I have healing energy. And when you have healing energy, you attract damaged souls, okay? But one thing that I had to learn over time is that not everyone is deserving of your kindness. I had to truly learn that you have to protect yourself because of the fact that you have so much to offer. And people will encourage you and invite you to open up to them, be vulnerable with them so that they have ammunition and knowledge on how to hurt you and use it against you. I had to really learn that. And I learned that through this experience. So I'm thankful for this experience, as bad as it was, because I learned for a fact that I need to guard myself more. I need to not be so open with people, regardless of how long friendships have gone on. Years don't count anymore. People are going to be them. And when someone shows you who they are, believe them, okay? And I didn't choose to. My fault is I always try to see the good in everyone. But you need to understand that when someone shows you who they are, you have to believe them. You cannot sit here and be in denial because you know that there's good buried within them and they're showing you that they are no good for you. You can't live like that. And I had to learn that through this experience. So y'all, that's how that story went. As you can tell now, I'm much different. If you probably can't tell, I'm telling you, I've changed a lot. I'm at that point in my life now. If you don't have anything good to offer me, if you're just full of negativity and stress and all of that stuff, keep that away from me. So with that being said, y'all, I want to thank you all for watching this video. Put your thoughts down below. Put what you would have done differently if you want to. Honestly, if you have an opinion on this, go ahead. If you've been through a similar situation, feel free to comment down below and let me know. All right? Because I know I'm not the only one in this world who has made a mistake and trusted someone when they didn't deserve it, okay? So before we pass judgment, reevaluate yourself, okay? Now, my majesties, my kings and queens, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Stay blessed and stay royal. Bye-bye.